What's up, everybody? It's me, King Kai PhD. I'm back again with another video, and in today's video we're bringing back the real or fake reaction. It's been a minute since I've done one of these, and the first one actually did really good. I was not expecting that, so we got to run it back and do another real or fake reaction. And today on the list we got I became a grandfather at 16. I'm not gonna lie to you, imagine being a grandfather at 16. Imagine being a dad at 16. Like, it's just, there's levels to this. This guy's already a grandpa at 16 is actually insane. And I'm out here trying my hardest to get one girl. Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. But look, today we're gonna react to it. So let's just get started, I guess.
You might think it's impossible to become a grandfather at the age of 16, but well, I'm here to tell you, it is indeed within the realm of possibility. When I was 14, I discovered those online dating sites people are always going on about, and I was having fun with it. I looked a lot older than I was, which had always helped me with dating, but I gotta admit I am far more attracted to older women than girls my own age.
I don't understand. How old do you have to look? You said you were 14 on dating sites, so that means you look 4 years older than what you actually are. That is insane. You have horrible genetics, to be honest with you. If you're 14 years old, you're basically a freshman and you look 4 years older than you actually are, dog. You're gonna age like milk. That's really bad. And oh my gosh.
I was tall, really tall, and I was into sports, so I had an athletic build. My muscles were quite impressive, and it was something I worked hard on. I'd also gone through puberty early, at the age of 14, and I could already grow a decent-looking mustache.
This guy could already grow a mustache. I don't even... Wait. Okay, we got a little mustache going on. Okay. Let's go. Okay, we up there. We up there, though.
I tried dating junior high girls, and they were nice enough, but, well, I hadn't even come close to wanting to make one of them my girlfriend. I know it's young to be thinking about marriage, but since a young age I always thought about having a wife and family of my own.
Hey, that's valid goals.
After my latest failed attempt to date a girl my own age, I decided to see what the world of online dating had to offer. I snapped a pic of myself and created a profile. I wasn't entirely honest about my age, as I was looking for an older woman, so I said that I was 18, and within an hour of posting—
How did this go through? This guy is 14 years old on the 18-plus dating site. How did this go through? They need to delete that app because this is dangerous.
In my profile, I was getting sent matches. I was having way too much fun with this. The women all wanted to meet up, but I was really particular. Plus, I had lied about my age, so I didn't want to take the risk of being exposed for just anyone. A couple of months in, I was matched up with a 30-year-old woman from another town. She was just far enough that I felt comfortable talking to her and getting to know her. But she was also close enough that I felt if things were going well, I could get out to meet her.
You're 14 years old, bud. What do you mean you want to meet this 30-year-old? Dog, this guy is crazy.
We chatted online at first, and then started talking on the phone. We sent pictures back and forth and got to know each other pretty well. She was amazing, and she was just what I was looking for. We had the same sense of humor, had a lot of the same interests. I guess it seemed like we just got each other in a way that I couldn't seem to find with girls my own age.
She's 30.
She was beautiful too, mature. She knew what she wanted. She was independent. What I didn't know—
Yeah, no stuff, she's all those things. She's 30. Like, she's already been through life. You're 14 years old. What do you expect?
Till later was that she had not been entirely honest either. After we dated online for a year, on my 16th birthday, I thought maybe we could meet up and go on our first in-person date. So I put on my nicest pair of jeans and button-down shirt, borrowed the car,
Why
and
am I
made
rooting
the
for
drive.
this guy? This guy's
We'd arranged
16,
to meet
bro.
at the town's library in the history section.
The history section is crazy.
I got there early, so I had just enough time to start sweating and getting nervous before I walked up the steps to the entrance and made my way to where we were meeting up. And at first I didn't see her, but as I looked around I could see her watching me from the end of an aisle. We smiled awkwardly at each other and met up in the middle. She gave me a big hug and told me that I was taller than she expected. She was short, so I towered over her.
That guy's neck is so long.
She was very cute, as attractive as I found her pictures to be, which I was relieved about. She had red hair, cut in a bob style, was really trendy with her clothes, and she had an athletic build. We went to a coffee shop and sat there for about 6 hours exchanging stories about our lives and who we were. Of course, at this point she thinks I'm 19 years old because I had lied and said that I was 18 years old a year ago when we started online dating.
That is insane.
I felt bad about the lie, but I hadn't really thought that I would like somebody as much as I liked her. Well, that night I crashed at her place, as by the time we finished talking it was way too late for me to make the drive home.
Where are his parents at? That's what I want to know.
She had a small, modest home, but I instantly felt comfortable there. We held each other all night long, and I realized I was having some pretty serious feelings developing, and the last thing I wanted to do was to leave the next day. The next morning we kissed goodbye, passionately, and we made plans for me to drive up the next weekend. Now, I'll tell you, that week could not have gone by any slower. We talked into the wee hours of the morning every single night, and keeping up with my schoolwork was exhausting. We dated like that on and off for quite some time before things got really serious. I decided I wanted to marry this woman, but at this point I was only 16 years old, a fact that I still had yet to share with her. So I decided to confess on my next visit. The night I arrived, I told her that, well, I had something to tell her, that I had lied about my age, and I hoped it didn't erode trust to the point that she wouldn't want to be with me anymore.
It better, because this guy's a minor. You're literally double his age. You better leave him. What? Unless you're weird, like you're a pedo. Like what?
Well, her surprise surprised me, to say the least. Instead of getting mad, she seemed to think it was funny. She started laughing, and when I asked her what was so funny, she said, "Oh, you'll probably get a kick out of this. There are actually a couple things I haven't been so honest about, too." "Oh, really?" I said. And she then told me a lot of information that was tough to digest. She told me that she was actually a mom, that she had had a baby when she was only 18 and that her son was now 12 and living with his dad 2 blocks over. She had partial custody of him, but the dad always had him on the weekends, which is why I never met him. Once that information sunk in, I had to ask myself how truly mad I was that she had left that information out when we were swapping life stories.
You literally did not mention that you were a minor, bud. Like, you can't be mad at her as well. Come on. Double standards, man.
After all, it's not like I'd been honest either. I'd been warned about this danger to online dating, but it still brought me to Jane, and I wanted to marry her, and I didn't care about our age difference.
It's illegal!
We looked into state laws, and as it turned out, with parental permission, I could get married at the age of 16. My parents were free thinkers.
But what state is this? Because they need to be investigated. He's a 16-year-old, bro. He's still a minor. It doesn't, like, why? It's not like, it's like, he's 16, she's like 15 or 17. She's 30 years old. Why are they letting this slide? And no way the parents let this happen either.
We're big on following the heart and life decisions, and I was banking on that when I went home to talk to them about what I wanted. At first, of course, they were aghast with what I told them. The fact that Jane was older didn't really bother them, but they were concerned that I was too young to...
That didn't bother them? That she's double his age? Bro, what is wrong with your parents, bro? I mean, I guess that's good for him in his favor, but that's not good parenting. Okay, bro. Hey, this your life, gang. I'm just reacting to it.
Really know what love was. When I pointed out that they were married at my age, childhood sweethearts, they shrugged and said, "Well, he's got us there."
So they just don't care. They just did not care.
They took a little time to think about it, spent some time getting to know Jane, and they decided to give us their consent and their blessing. Jane and I were, of course, thrilled, and we were married at City Hall 3 months later. I moved the town over and moved in with Jane and started our lives together. I didn't care that she was older, and she didn't care that I was younger.
That's a problem.
It might sound strange, but her son and I got along really well.
Yeah, no stuff, bruh. Y'all are like 3 years apart, 4 years apart. Of course you guys are gonna get along good. Like, what? Don't piss me off, bro. Don't piss me off.
Her son Brandon had a big confession of his own to make one weekend. He told us he was in love, that he had had a girlfriend for 2 years. But what he told us next was the biggest shock. He had gotten his girlfriend pregnant.
12-year-olds getting play, and I'm not, bro. Like, what is this, bro? This guy's out here. Okay, like, okay. You know what? It is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
She had the baby 3 months before he even told us. That made me a grandfather by marriage at the age of 16.
How do you hide something like that?
I still can't believe I've created this life for myself. Although we do get a lot of judgment when we're out together as a family, we couldn't be happier. I'm a grandfather at the age of 16, and I love that fact. And I'm going to have enough energy to play with my grandson and watch him grow. That's pretty cool. So do me and Jane plan on having kids of our own? We sure do. It's something we are planning as we talk about it right now.
She's barely fertile.
Jane wants at least 3 kids, and I'm happy with that. I'm willing to do just about anything to keep her happy. So becoming a grandfather at 16, well, it definitely has its challenges. There are times that I don't want to babysit or feel the responsibility of caring for an infant, but most of the time, I just feel glad and grateful my parents were open-minded enough to let all of this happen.
Wow, bro, that's actually crazy. Grandfather at 16, married a 30-year-old, has a stepson that has a kid at 12 years old. Like, if you're 12, how old are you when you're 12? I mean, what grade? There's no way I just said how old are you when you're 12. What grade are you in when you're 12? Like, 6th grade? I don't know. That's insane, okay? Honestly, if they keep this cycle up, like, if they keep the cycle up, like having babies at 12, 13, 14, like this guy is gonna be ancestors to the newer generation. And he's only gonna be like 40. Like, this is horrible, bro. But anyways, that's it for the video. Make sure you all leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Now for the question, is this video real or fake? Honestly, I don't even know. It's probably real. Actually, I don't even know. Because how are they just gonna let a 30-year-old marry a 16-year-old? That seems illegal. But I don't know. Some states just be weird like that. So, I mean, I could see it being real, honestly. But yeah, that's it for the video. Make sure you all leave a like, subscribe. And yeah, see you all next time. Don't be a grandfather at 16. Don't be a grandma at 16. Don't be... No. All right, bye.